Hello guys, welcome to my new Java tutorial. So I will start my Java tutorial with programming of Hello World. Actually for every programming language, we start our programming with Hello World. Do you know why? So it is basically you are saying hello to everyone, hello to the world by your programming language you are learning now. So it's a very mandatory to say hello to everyone. Like if you're making a robot, obviously that robot will say to hello world for the first time. Your program will say so, but you have to choose a easy programming for the first time when you are doing any programming language, or maybe you are choosing computer science for the first time. So hello world is a very easy programming language, I think the easiest, maybe, I don't know. But one a very useful thing of hello world is it also helps you for the programming language you are learning. By that programming language, how you can write in console something. Like for the hello world programming, obviously you are writing hello world to the console. So by learning the hello world programming, you can like run anything, you can print anything in your console. So it will help further for the debugging purposes. So we use debugging purposes writing in the console only, so it will help. So without wasting our time, let's start and get our hands dirty in computer. So this is the IDE for running any Java program, Eclipse IDE. So this is the best code editor, I think, for Java programming. You can use IntelliJ IDE. Obviously if you have money you can buy it and you can use it, but for free Eclipse is the best IDE. And you have the preliminary setup for Java. So you have IDE, your JDK installed in your system, and the IDE Eclipse. So this is the Eclipse IDE. This IDE should be blank for the first time. I have 3 projects in this IDE. So these projects I have made, so that's why they are in our system. This will be blank for your case. So when you are using Eclipse for the first time, you should click on the file and new to create a Java project. So you should choose a Java project as you are programming in Java. You are doing programming in Java for the first time. So I am creating my project as Java beginners. So I'll simply create this project. Will not take more time, and all will be default, and I will simply finish and create. A project is created as Java beginners. So I'll open the source. I am programming in source. So for that I'll create a package. You can't create a package, but I am creating a package. So the package name will be beginner.hello world, as I am doing the hello world project. So package is mainly the directory for the programming. So if you are making a very big project, obviously you have to keep the directory well designed or well documented, so that you can find any file easily when you are doing the programming. As of now you can proceed without packages also. So in that package I'll create a class. The class will be hello world class. The class name is not valid, so the class name you have to take hello world without space, because class name is a unique word. I'll tell you in this tutorial that what is class and how to use your class. Okay, so for the first time when you are creating a class, I will not check anything. I'll simply get a blank file. So for the first time you will be getting this type of code for the first time. So I am telling you what is the code written in this IDE. Basically, if you see the words package, public, class, hello world, this is the keywords. So Java programming or most other programming languages in the world consist of keywords. Each keywords have specific meaning, and most of the time they need to be used in specific order. If you simply type package after the class name, or this is the package after the class name, or you will use public after the class, it will not work. So most of the time you have to use in specific order, and you write Java programs by following a specific set of rules, obviously, and using the combination of keywords and other things, you will see which it will, obviously this will form a whole Java programming, the combination of the keywords. And let me tell you one thing, the keywords are case sensitive. Obviously this is case sensitive, because if you use public capital P, it will throw an error. See, there is an error, syntax error on token public. So this is the magic of Eclipse IDE. Before running the program you will get the error. So that's why I recommend you all to use the Eclipse IDE only. So this public and capital P public and small p public are the different keywords. So the public keywords is a access modifier. So what is the access modifier? As of now you just know that an access modifier allows us to define the scope or how other parts of the code will use this code snippet. So this is a code snippet. So how the other part of the code, like if I write any other class or any method inside this program, so how this will use this specific snippet. So this part of the code is public, so anyone can use this, or someone else's code, or if someone else writes some other program, they can use my class also in their program. So public is for public. So there are many kinds of access modifiers: public, private and protected. Public is public, as you know, by its name only, and private is private, totally you cannot use outside the class. And protected is some condition is there. I will explain you later that how protected works and all that. So this is the access modifier. So you will use the public access modifier to give the full access to this class, because it is a main class only. So obviously you will have to give the full access for this class. So we'll come to access modifiers later. Defining a class. First of all, the class keyword. This is the class keyword. After public you are using a class keyword. So the class keyword is used for defining a class. Let me tell you, class is a prototype, so or blueprint of some object. So I'll tell you later what is the meaning of that. As of you know, for running the Java programming you have to create a class, because it is object oriented programming. You have to create a class for the first time when you are creating any Java program. So this class access, like class keyword, is used for defining a class, followed by its name. You can name anything, hello world or anything. So I am making it hello world. You can make it my name as Sagar, public class Sagar, or your name, whatever your name is, and followed by left and right curly braces. So why we use the curly braces after the like class definition? Like we are defining the class hello world and we are using the left and right curly braces. Why we use the curly braces? So to define a class, it requires access modifier. This is optional. Public, you cannot even give the modifier, that doesn't matter, but we give the curly braces to the class body. Anything between them is part of the class. If I write something, like I comment out the code, so if you give double slash, the line will not work. So I will create a main method. So it is the part of the class hello world, this line. Obviously this line will be not working because I have given the double slash and commented out the code, but yeah, it is the part of the class. So as I have written here, like I will create a main method. So why to create a main method? We have the class, right? We can write the program inside the class, that's it. But why we have to create a main method? That is because you have to write something that from where your programming will begin. So how the computer will know that your programming will begin? So that is the main method only. So how we define a method? Simply main and a bracket and open close curly braces. So if I write this main method, you can see there is an error, red curly lines and the cross sign here. So before creating the main method, you should know what is a method, right? So method is a collection of statements. Inside the method there are various statements with the combination of keywords that performs a specific operation. In this case we are writing the hello world in the console. So we will be using a special method called main method that Java looks for when running the program. I tell you previously that Java looks for the main method when it is starting the program. So if it will not get the main method, that no programming will be started, no operations will be started. It will always start from the main method. So what a method? You can create your own methods, as you will see later. I'll explain you later. For now let's create this main method. So I'll create this main method. So as access modifier, I'll simply write public, because this main method will be public obviously, because it is the starting of the program. Anywhere of the program you can access this main method, and this I'll be giving static. So I will simply explain you later that what is the static keyword, but as of you know that static is used for, like you are saying the computer that you will be starting this program from the main method only, because if you will not be giving static, you have to call this main program for any other line. So we don't have any other code here, so we have to call it here only, and we have to start the programming here, so we are giving it static. And as you know, if I keep the cursor here, you will get two fixes available. So Eclipse gives you inbuilt fixes for the programs. So for the first, you can see the set method return type to void. If I give it to void, yeah, if I give it to void, so its return type is void now, so it will return nothing. So any method should return something. So public is an, I am telling you again, public is an access modifier we discussed previously when defining the class, same principle. And static is a Java keyword that needs an understanding of other concept. So I am not discussing the static or non-static now. So you should know, for as of now we need to have static for Java to find our method to run the code, and we are on process. That's it. And void is another Java keyword which is used to indicate that method will return nothing. So you have to pass a parameter for your main method, which is if you call this method in from any other line. So for this time I will give string and some dummy arguments, string, sorry. So you have to give some argument for every method. It is not mandatory, you may not keep any parameter. So for the other methods you are using, if you use other methods in some other programming, or in this programming if you will create other methods, it is not mandatory to give the argument. But for the main method you have to strictly give, you have to give a string array argument, this type of argument. This is mandatory. I'll explain why this is mandatory later. But you have to know, right? So you have to give the right and left parenthesis here in the method declaration. These are mandatory, and you can optionally include one more parameters also, which is where to pass the information from the method. I'll be talking more later. So as of now, that's it for creating a method, and the method is created. So this is a code block between the left and right curly braces. A code block is used to define a block of code. It is mandatory to have one method declaration, and it is here where we'll be adding the statements or the operations to perform certain task while you are running a method. So now you have to print the hello world. So for the statement for printing a hello world is system dot print system dot out dot println. So you can give print also, but println will create a new line. So inside the println you have to give the double quotes, and inside the double quotes you have to write hello world. Basically inside double quote, if you write anything, that will be printed as it is. So I am doing the hello world programming, so you will be writing hello world. See, there is still a error here, so you have to give a semicolon to get rid of these errors. So this is the program hello world. The statement is system.out.println. If you want to run anything, like want to print anything in the console, you have to write system.out.println. So I'll run this Java program. So for running this Java program, simply click on the right click on the program and choose run as Java application. So it will run your program. Yeah, program ran and the hello world is printed. So now I am giving you a challenge. The challenge is I have done hello world. So you should say hello and hello to your favorite person. So I am writing here. I will be writing here in my name, like you can write hello Sagar also, because I am making this video. Maybe I can be your favorite person, I don't know, but you have to write hello Sagar. So please do this task, pause this video, and I'll show you after this that how to change this. Hope you are successful. It is a simple task, fast programming by you. Maybe I will suggest you to do this task once again, creating another Java project, and create a class with hello favorite person, and then you have to repeat all the process, and after that you have to simply write hello Sagar, and you are ready. You have to save the program with Ctrl S and run as Java application. So it will print hello Sagar. So that's it for today. We have successfully printed hello world and hello Sagar. So we'll be coming with the new videos soon. Stay tuned and happy coding, guys. Bye.